Hi. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit because I wanted to be honest and raw and vulnerable in these videos. And I think I probably should stop saying that because you probably get the idea by now. But one thing I experienced last night is I woke up and had a lot of anxiety. And I think a lot of already deal with a lot of anxiety. And in these times, maybe people that aren't used to it deal with it, or people who deal with it, they're experiencing a different or more exacerbated version of it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what my experience was right here on my bed, because that's where I've experienced it. I went to sleep, and sometimes this happens. I mean, this is not like a totally out of the odd, like out of the, oh my God, I was breaking the reality of the experience of being me. But sometimes what happens is I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up maybe 20 minutes to an hour later and I'll be totally awake. And I don't know what it is. Like my body feels like, oh, that was long enough. And I wake up and I'm like, no, this is what I need, my 8 hours or my 10 hours of sleep right now, right? And so look at my hair, it's all weird. Uh, and so that happens, and that happens maybe once a month, once every other month. So we're talking like 6 to 10 times a year. It happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. And usually, what it is my body feels like you're done, like time to get up and start the day. And I don't know, so I'll wake up and be up for like an hour or two, and then I'll go back to sleep eventually. But last night, I woke up feeling anxiety, and I felt it, and I realized it's irrational. Like that's one thing that I think I have is that I can identify when something's irrational sometimes. And so I realized that my anxiety was irrational. I was feeling anxious about a show I'm going to do tonight called Fist Theater, where we're going to do little shadow. I think I still have little, see, have little eyeballs right there. And we're going to talk like this. And we're going to do what we refer to as classics of theater. And we're going to do them as fist characters. So that's why it's called Fist Theater, because we're going to use our fists to be the actors. And I was nervous about it. I was so anxious about it. I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna fail. I'm gonna look an idiot," and I felt a lot of shame over it. And I don't really and hold on, I have a little thing. Okay, I don't really. I know it's irrational because I'm doing it just for fun. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm not doing it to be famous. I'm just doing it for fun and to connect with my cast members. That's the goal of it. So as long as I have fun and I connect with my cast members, I don't care how many people see it. I don't care how much money I make off of it. Like that's the goal, and so I know it's nearly impossible to fail at that because if you're not having fun, you just stop or change or shift tactics or whatever it is. But that's the anxiety I had, and I think it's because something I talked about on Facebook a while back was all the events and all the coaching and all the shows that I had to cancel because of COVID-19. I felt shame over them individually, like, oh, I can't. I feel like I let this person down or these group of people down, and I realized it's not on my control, but I felt a lot of shame because I felt like I failed at something. I didn't follow through on something. And so that's sort of that anxiety and where it comes from. And so last night I woke up and I had this tons of anxiety about like this project is going to fail. And I have the achievements on the improv boost. And I'm like, so and so doesn't like me and they're going to talk to someone else about me. And all of a sudden I've developed a really negative reputation for somebody people don't want to work with. Like all these thoughts came through and they're irrational, like, they didn't really come that I woke up into them, really, like, it didn't have, like, a cause and effect, like, it wasn't a cause, and all of a sudden I'm feeling these emotions. I woke up and had anxiety, and, I just want you to know that everyone goes through that, and it sucked, and I was up for an hour or 2, and I went played World of Warcraft because it's kind of a it feels like you can be productive, it's fun, it's really colorful and pretty, it's art I love the artwork in World of Warcraft. Played that, watched some Disney Plus, watched Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. So one of the things about this project, and I guess this is a really unintentionally a really smooth transition to my next stop about a little happiness, is that in these times that are really dark and oppressive and stressful, it seems like I am at least, but it seems like people are drawn to the sillier. It seems like they're drawn to the less like the more meaningless happiness, the joy. So like slapstick comedy or really dumb memes or whatever, little cartoons it seems like there's always a market for that sort of stuff, but it seems maybe because people at some point are going through the dark spot in their lives or whatever it is. But it seems like now in these dark times is that the stuff that I'm drawn to is like Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. Light, nostalgia, not very well written, totally goofy, silly kind of stuff. Um, and so that's where I'm gonna put my efforts is in this Fist theater. It is supposed to be silly and stupid and goofy and everything, and just like this little nadita, as my mom would say, that just is nothing but a little bit of joy, a little bit of meaningless joy, a little bit of meaningless happiness, a little happiness. Um, So right now this morning, so then that's what I went through last night. I woke up with anxiety, had to deal with it for a few hours, and then I finally went back to sleep and got some sleep. So this morning, I woke up, made breakfast for my wife and I, and then I went out to the garden and I noticed that one of my plants is starting to bloom. Now that's exciting for two reasons. The first reason being is back in LA, I killed every plant I ever had. I wanted to have indoor plants because I grew up with indoor plants. And um, my mom used to have a bunch of indoor plants and we used to have a huge field. So I love having that sort of a life around me. So I've tried having indoor plants and it just doesn't work. I just kill it. I overwater it. Doesn't get enough sun. I don't know what it is because I've actually literally tried to like make a schedule about how to water them and make sure they get. I kill every plant I've ever had. Here in England, plants are growing for me. I don't know what it is, but my green thumb is meant for the United Kingdom. Look, I'm getting excited just talking about this, right? So one of my plants is starting to bloom. So that's one reason. Is back in Los Angeles, where I'm from, I killed every plant I've ever had, and now moving forward to when I moved now I live in the United Kingdom, I'm starting to grow plants, which is really exciting. It's a new evolution of my life, right? And the other reason why it's really exciting is I have like just a ton of stuff. I have no idea what I've planted. I just went. I bought flowers. I bought what do you call like spring mixes. I bought I bought a bag of daffodils for $3, and there was 30 bulbs in there, and I just threw them everywhere. And then I just have like I planted like seeds of strawberry tops from the unfinished strawberries that we had, uh, avocado seeds. Like it just random. There's random stuff everywhere. So a lot of plants that grow, like I have no idea what it is. And so one of the plants that's growing, like you can tell it's a flower and it has a little bulb, and I have no idea what it is. And I posted, and my wife posted the picture online, and one of my friends goes, "Oh, that's a tulip," and I was like, "Is it? I have no idea what it is." Like, and I think at a certain level, we stop sharing little happiness like that. We stop sharing that on social media because we're afraid of the elusive, "That's stupid." Because someone can say that's stupid about anything. They could see a Shakespeare play and go, "That's stupid." They can see like a beautiful quilt and go, "That's stupid." They could go at the Taj Mahal and say, "That's stupid." It does not take any thought, but we're still so afraid someone will say something along those lines to us. And it's happened to us when we shared stuff on social media. I'm really excited about this movie, and people are like, "Really? I didn't like it." Or people say, "I love this dress," and people are like, "Isn't there more important things to worry about?" Like people just constantly, it's easy to crap on someone else's little ray of sunshine. Um, I think, and that makes us share less sunshine. But I guess what I'm going to tell you is to have more resilience and be friends with those people that easily crap on other people's little rays of sunshine. And maybe if they just crap on yours, like two people don't always have to get along. There's millions and millions of people out there that maybe that one person is just not your friend. That's totally fine. And other people can be really supportive and build up your little ray of sunshine. So I got really excited and stoked about this little flower blooming. And it makes me realize that acknowledge all those little happinesses, especially now when you're stuck at home and there's something you like finding money in your pocket is awesome, or you draw a little doodle, even if it's a little doodle. It's not might not be a masterpiece, but if you like it, save it and put it up on your wall. Or if there's a song you like, play it. Like any little piece of happiness, there's nothing wrong with celebrating it. There's nothing wrong with celebrating it because I think at a certain point we've lost the ability to generate our own happiness and we seek these outside sources for happiness, like going to watch a movie, going to be a part of an improv troupe, going to whatever, watching someone else be happy and thinking that we get a hit off that happiness. Really, you can be the author of your own happiness and you can create it yourself. And that is so much more self reliant, especially when you have dark times like this. So anything that makes you a little bit happy, that's wonderful. But make something making you a little happy, you should make note of that and go, it's great. I think a lot of people go, that's stupid, or they downplay it really quick, or they're cynical, or they're ironically detached. No, celebrate that little bit of happiness. It's so funny how infectious it can be. I just talked about a flower for a few minutes and I got excited, even though I already experienced it. But telling the story again to you all, I got excited about this little flower again. And I just totally, completely forgot about my anxiety I had last night, which was pretty crushing. And a little flower, whoop, that an everyday flower, just in talking about it was wonderful. Hope you guys are doing well. Uh, and I know it's pretty tough, but I hope you guys are doing well. Finding a little happiness, finding a little ray of sunshine.